The Read-Write program at the Youth Correctional Center has been going since October of 2005. Our average age for a Read-Write participant is age 16, with a reading level of blue. With a beginning level of blue, many of our students end up graduating in purple and yellow. We average 3.2 hours per grade level gained. Unlike the 4 other reading programs that I've been trained in, this one truly does fix the symptoms of the reader permanently, as well as increase their comprehension skills. Comprehension skills are gained through our critical thinking as well as our summary. With critical thinking, it's the student's job to not only support their own answers with the text that they've just read, but to probe the other people's thinking so that they can come up with the best answer before they move on. Dr. Ruby Payne, expert in poverty, says that there's cognitive issues with students that grow up in poverty. In fact, she says, students have a blurred and sweeping perception and a lack of systematic methods of exploration. In a new setting, they will rapidly go from object to object, touching and looking, yet not know what they've seen when asked later. Comprehension often is poor. With the Read-Write program, summary is huge, and with not only the summary of the excellent reading and the coached reading, but having the cognitive connection with critical thinking, our students comprehend better. A common explanation that we give our students is that everything you know how to do is guided by a network in your brain that you built. The reason you have a reading deficiency is because the network your brain built to guide reading has a few errors. Doing the cycling and judging process correctly will force your brain to remodel the network so it guides reading correctly. Then you will be an excellent reader. It's no wonder that Read-Write works for any population. Ruby Payne says that cognitive issues of poverty students have impaired observations of constancies. They have an inability of the brain to hold an object inside the head and keep the memory of the object constant. Focusing on the author's message is a huge premise of the Read-Write program. Therefore, we're fixing the impairments that they have with observations of constancies. In addition, she talks about the lack of cognitive issues of precision and accuracy in data gathering, and she says this is another cognitive issue. Problem solving and other tasks are extremely problematic, but with critical thinking, as well as judging our excellent, our students have the hand. So Zach, I wanted to review your journey through Read-Write. You started in 2005, June 9th of 2005, and at that time you tested the Gates Reading Comprehension Test at 5th grade, 3rd month. In those 5 years, you went through 2 schools, 5 different tutors, multiple placements in and out of your home, and in December 18th, 2009, you tested at post-high school, ranking in the 98th percentile in the Gates Reading Comprehension Test. You went from red, the very lowest that we can start students as a reader, to graduating in yellow using 107.7 hours to get there. That's pretty awesome. So can you describe to me how you feel about your Read-Write experience?
Well, actually, it was pretty cool. I got to like reading more. My reading has enhanced a lot. I actually love reading just because of their books. How so on the reading experience? Well, that's better. My experience in reading is better because of Read-Write. I didn't read too much at home. I only read schoolwork. Now I'm probably going to go home and read a lot.
Zach, I would like for you to take a moment to describe to me what it was like when you started reading in red, and then what it was like when you graduated in yellow.
Well, reading in red kind of felt like I was a kid. Didn't really understand, really, because they told me that I was basically a not good reader. And then, yeah. But whenever I got to yellow, I became an excellent reader. and I at least understood and was able to process what I was going through. It was beneficial.
So can you tell me how you feel about your read-write experience and how it has helped you? What's your outlook on school and in life?
Well, on school, I think it's going to help me out in the long run because now I at least understand and I can be able to read and understand what I'm reading. As for before, I actually didn't even understand most of what I was reading because it was so complicated and I just didn't like reading. Um, it'll help me in college a lot too because college is pretty complicated and read write prepares you for the complicated stuff.
Zach, if you could offer a school thinking about read-write a final thought from you, what would it be?
To do it because read write helps out the kids.
So Zach, can you give me your final comment to a student in read-write? What would you tell them?
Probably not to take it for granted. If you take it for granted, it's not going to help you. But if you really, really try and you succeed in read write, it's going to help you out a lot. It's really, really beneficial to you if you try. Trust me, I'm a read write.
Because read-write turns our students into symptom-free readers, we see improved comprehension, increased critical thinking skills, and reluctant readers becoming avid readers with more confidence in themselves in and out of the classroom.